Alright.
Alright, the video you're about to see is a re-review. I'd already done one on the Arran Malt and didn't realize I had done it. So anyway, I should have. I thought I did. Then when I was editing, I realized I had. Anyway, but this is a very different review than the first one. It is interesting how it changed within the bottle, or it changed my palate. It's changed since trying it, and it wasn't that long ago. I mean, there's some similarities and there's some differences, but I like it more now than I did then. I score higher. It's changed quite a bit. My perceptions, anyway, of it did. And it just goes to show whiskey can change. It can get worse. It can get better. In this case, it improved. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the re-review. I don't mean to double up on them on purpose, but it has made me think back and say, maybe I should do a few more re-reviews. I think it would probably be good as an exercise for my palate, as an exercise to see just how far the changes can occur. Anyway, I've said enough. Hope you enjoy the review. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye. Today I'm out on the front porch. We're going to try to avoid any trains, any loud trucks, anything else. It's a quiet town, but you can't hear the highway over that way. And occasionally people go up and down the street. It's Arran. Arran was a distillery opened. Go and get it poured. I did have to put a new cork in it. I have an old Powers Irish whiskey cork that fit it. The cork crumbled last night when I was going in just to try it again to prepare for today. So I had to dig the cork out and kind of go through it, but we got that solved. I got a whole video on that. Anyway, the Arran Distillery opened 29th of June 1995. So it's been open, what, 25 years to now, roughly? A little over 25 years to be exact. It is a double distilled unpeated malt. No artificial coloring. No chill filtering. Pretty much what you see is what you get. This is 50% alcohol by volume. This is port cask finish. It's the first Arran I've bought. I've had it for a little bit. Now I want to time to get the review done. It's a nice, I guess you'd call it a burnished gold. Very burnished gold in it. Kind of pretty. It's got a good smell. It's got some legs running down, has some viscosity, probably medium viscosity. First and secondary legs. Secondary legs are starting now as the first stage of legs are starting to reach. Oh my. I get all the port. I get dried nuts, like hazelnuts. I moved out here to get away with the flies. Apparently they followed me. Figs, dates, raisins, plums. Don't burn your nose for a 50%er. Fresh wild strawberries. A little bit of that tannic grape note. Mouth is starting to water just nosing it. It's got there's a nuttiness to this that I find really appealing. It's going for the palate. All the dried fruits I mentioned in the nose. The dates, the plums, figs, dried figs, raisins. There's a richness that develops. A slight pepperiness here. Very sweet though. Like the nuttiness and the sweetness and that honeyed sweetness. It's almost like, not quite. And the mouthfeel is very creamy, very coating. I believe it would go very well with a honey glazed baklava. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind when I sip this. Even walnuts, a hazelnut, a walnut, both of those show up very well in this for me. No age statement. Lingers around just fine. Really enjoy this. Really enjoy it. There's a honey note there that's very pleasant. I'm going to put 2 of these in here. This is about 1/8 of a teaspoon. These are 1/8 teaspoons. So we put about a 1/4 teaspoon of water in there. I don't want to put too much. As I said, no chill filtering, no coloring. Get a little of that French oak too. I don't know, but that's what I get, French oak in a port. It may not even be French oak they use, but that's what I'm getting on the nose. Oh, it holds such it holds a very good character from the port, even with this little bit of water. The alcohol is not, it's there, but it's even at 50%, it's not a deterrent at all in this. That little bit of water did not hurt it at all. Still with that sweetness, still with them dried fruits, still with that honey glaze. It's like a honey glaze on this. Still maintains the creamy mouthfeel with that little bit of water. Very medium to long finish with this. I enjoy this port. I really do. This is nice. This is very nice Scotch. Let's add just a couple more just to see where it goes, because really it's not yielding any deterrent to the flavors or anything yet with a 1/4 teaspoon. So let's go to a 1/2 teaspoon. With what's left there, it should knock it down pretty good. So let it air out just a minute. It does that. It's like honey glazed nuts. I really, this is well done for a port cask finish. This is well done. The Spade tinny I had, this is much better. Now the nose is starting to faint out on the receptors just a little bit, but I'm not getting any other characteristics coming through. it's still maintaining that port note. Any alcohol, it's totally out now. Sweet. The strawberries are still there. Tanginess of the dried fruits, combination with the fresh fruits, because them plums in here is fresh. They're not dried plums. They're fresh plums in this. Ever so touch of cinnamon. It really comes through after I've gotten the water in there quite a bit. There is a cinnamon note that comes through. Didn't get it with the full intensity, believe it or not. Now I'm picking that up. I'm picking it up on the sides and the back of the tongue. It's a nice combination of fresh, dried fruit, a little bit of spice, and a good, heavy honeyed sweetness in this. Great mouthfeel, especially at 50%. Really like it. I'm going to give it a 90 out of 100. I really enjoy this one. It's port casks to go. This is they've done a very good job on it. And with all that, so remember, the spirit in your glass ain't running from you. Take your time, sip, and enjoy it. You'll be better for it, as will we all. And this is really worth the price of admission. Everyone have a good afternoon.